And we have Cleely Falls will be overflying. And at the very end of Hanapepe, as far back as you can go, is the base of Waialeale, where all this clouds is at. We have 7 major rivers and valleys on the island that will take you to Mount Waialeale. Hanapepe is one of 7. Now, all of the land beginning at the top of Mount Waialeale, and the land beneath us, to the front of us, all the way down to the shoreline, where the abandoned sugar fields is located. It's known as the Makaweli Aupua. And Aupua would be an ancient division of land beginning at the top of the mountain down to the ocean in the shape of a pie. This is all public property owned by the Robinson family. They own 1/4 of the island, 25%. The land was bought by Elizabeth Sinclair. Elizabeth was born in Scotland in 1800. She was educated in London. Got married to a sea captain, Captain Sinclair, and they both moved to New Zealand. Live in New Zealand for a very long time. Her husband passed away, so Elizabeth, her 2 son-in-laws, Gay and Robinson, her daughters and grandchildren were headed to California. They had their own ship, stopped in Hawaii, and they remained here. Arrived in 1863, she was 63 years old, and she initially purchased the island of Niihau, that's off the coastline, left side. Bought the island from Kamehameha V for $10,000. Several years after that, she purchased the Makaweli Aupua, the land from the top of Waialeale, on the right, beneath us, all the way down to the shoreline, from Victoria Kamamala, the granddaughter of the great King Kamehameha, for $15,000. All of the land that Elizabeth purchased today is under her son-in-law's family name, Robinson. So you can hear the Robinson's name associated with land ownership on the island to include the private island Niihau. And Olokili Canyon we're crossing over to a part of the state. The very end of Olokili is Mount Waialeale. The Waimea River in town is on the shoreline left side. That is where the first road is located. You can get on to go through the canyon. Significance of the town. That's where Captain James Cook made his first landing when he came to the Hawaiian Islands. Cook arrived in January of 1778, stopping the town for supplies. And he initially was looking for the Northwest Passage between the Atlantic Ocean and the Pacific Ocean for England. When the natives Hawaiian spotted Cook's ship on the horizon, this happened to be a night. He had his sails up, he had a fire on the ship. The natives believed that it was the heiau of Lono. Heiau is a temple, and Lono is one of the 4 major gods that the ancient Hawaiians worshipped. Being that they've never seen a ship like that, or a white man that believes Cook was the god Lono. Cook returned the following year. He stopped on the Big Island at Kelukukua Bay, Kona side of the Big Island. Got into a conflict with the natives over there. He got killed. He was the first European navigator to chart the Hawaiian Islands on a map. Nationally called the islands the Sandwich Islands in honor of the Earl of Sandwich. That was his buddy, his close friend. And we're about to enter the heart of the canyon. Waimea Canyon, the Grand Canyon of the Pacific, as Mark Twain called it. The canyon is approximately 10 miles in length, 6.5 to 7 miles in width. It's made up of 3 major ventricles. The public road follows the rim on the left side of the canyon. And the road ends in the Cold Cave State Park, which is across and above the canyon to the right front. In the central part of the state park, they've got a restaurant, museum, and a ranger station open daily to the public. Facilities will be closed in the evenings and holidays. They have cabins you can rent. There's kind of a long wait list for the cabins. They're talking about probably a couple of months. They have numerous campsites that can be done immediately. You need permits, so you get the permits in the state. DLNR. Their office is in La Jolla, Department of Land and Natural Resources. When we get over the rim on the left side, about 1.5 miles, there's a parking lot, automobiles. That would be the first major lookout. Come across when you drive out through the canyon. We're going to be crossing over the rim road. Then we have Barking Sands, Naval Air Base, shoreline up front. A closer look at the island of Niihau on the left side, an elongated island owned by the Robinsons. Little more than 200 people live there, and they have their own schools taught in Hawaiian as well as English, native tongue on the island, Hawaiian language. They're free to come and go. They're not confined to the island. Holly State Beach Park shoreline. If you drive to that side of the island, public road ends over there. From that point, no roads, no trails. Kind of marks the beginning of the North Pali coastline. The word Pali translated as cliffs. North Pali would be the cliffs. We're going to be passing the Pacific Missile Range facilities, the white domes. We're approaching on the left side. Very sensitive area, not open to the public. They do a lot of research over there using lasers, satellites. Need a security clearance to go within that facility. All that airspace along the shoreline left side is restricted. You need permission to fly through that airspace. we're getting on the Nepali coastline. This is the jewel of the island of Kauai. Every valley by the ancient wines. Today the coastline is controlled by the state DLNR, Department of Land and Natural Resources. Now as I make the left turn, you can see the tiny island Lehua. Left of that, Nihao. Down the coastline, the stretch of beach is Polihali State Beach Park. You go on the point, you get into Barking Sands, Naval Air Base. The part of Polihali closest to us is where the public road ends. Polihali is a campsite, and with the permits you can spend the nights over there. They've got facilities, restrooms. Now the beach on the left is middle of Lee. The only way to get there is from the ocean you fly in. And again, it's another state beach park. You need a permit if you're going to go on shore. With the permits, you can spend the nights over there. There's another state beach park we're approaching the Reaper with the sand on the inside. This side is called Nula Kai. The word Kai translated as coastline. Again, you need a permit if you're going to go on shore. Only if you're going to go on shore, you need a permit. Now the valleys on this half is not available to the public. It's not allowed. There's still a lot of artifacts. The dominant trees on the floor of the valley and in the ravine, the tall light green trees, that's the state tree. The name of it is kukui, or candlenut. One of the trails that comes out of the state park is in the rim above us, and it kind of loops back into the state park. Does not bring you down in the valley of the water line. Avavapui Valley below us. Now the last of the inaccessible beaches and valleys will be Honopu. That'll be the twin beaches coming up off the right side. You know, the old King Kong movie starring Jessica Lange was filmed there in 1976. A movie called 6 Days, 7 Nights with Harrison Ford, totally filmed on the island. This is one of the spots. 3-4 years ago, Pirates of the Caribbean with Johnny Depp did a scene on the beach that was released with their latest. Entering Koala Valley. the road that goes along the rim of the canyon to the state park ends at the rim of Kauai. The very back and the top, the right half, is where the road ends. You got to look out at the end of the road. Original lookout is in the rim right side. 2 lookouts along the rim. Kauai Valley was once the property of the Robinson